Was a ballet dancer before, so I've always been working with my body, but I work with the body now on a much deeper level.
When it came over this eye, I didn't really have too much concern. And then when it came over this eye, this fear came up of like, um, what if I'm blind? Like, what if this blinds me?
Really interesting for me when you speak your prayers, because I don't really listen to the words, but it always like it does something energetically, and it's always the moments where I can go a lot deeper.
I love that how you went inward to like get the answer. It was so beautiful to see.
You don't try to break free, you don't try to release the tension, you don't try to basically go against what's happening because it's uncomfortable.
Where exactly are you feeling that like dripping down?
And I cannot believe that it's already been 20 minutes.
Welcome to Coaching Kaleidoscope, where you get an inside look to coaching like no other. In this series, you will witness rapid-fire 20-minute coaching sessions covering a kaleidoscope of topics. Join me, Samantha Clark, a passionate, transformational, and intuitive coach, for a front row seat to my one-on-one sessions with some of the most incredible coaches out there. Then the tables turn as roles reverse and my guest coach takes the lead, guiding me through a powerful experience. Time may be short as we're put to the test, but the raw, unscripted, inside look at the expertise and vulnerable side of heart-centered coaching promises to be transformational. Oh, hi, Elise. How are you?
Hey Samantha, I'm good, very excited to be with you.
Oh, I'm really excited. Thank you so much for being here today on Coaching Kaleidoscope. And I'm so excited to work with you. Please tell me about yourself and the work that you do and how you coach people.
I'm a somatic coach, a somatic practitioner, and I specialize in emotional release. And so we're gonna work, like if you work with me, we're gonna work with the body because I was a ballet dancer before. So I've always been working with my body, but I work with the body now on a much deeper level than I used to. And yeah, so I specialize in emotional release, and my fascination is to work with the nervous system and with the emotion in order to create a life that we desire. So to go into creation. So we yeah, we work with sensations. You will see in this call, like you'll have a little bit of a taste of what it can be like to work with the body and with me. Mm.
Oh, I'm so excited. Yes. And that's why I created this because like sometimes it's hard to explain like what goes on behind the scenes in these rooms. And like it's kind of like, well, just wait and see. And this is the perfect opportunity for our audience to see like how it is to work with you. So I'm really excited. So what we'll do is I'll flip a coin and you call it, and then if you get it right, then you coach first.
Right.
Sound
Okay.
okay.
Yes.
All right. So I've got my coin here, my Lady Liberty coin, and I'm gonna flip it. So you call it heads or tails.
Tails.
Okay. Ooh, it's tails.
So what does it mean?
So you coach first.
All right.
Are you good
Let's
with
do it.
that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I'm in my twin boys' room today because I know that to work with you, it's best to lay down. So yeah, should we talk about like what I want to work on first, or should I get into a laying down position first? What's better for you?
Yeah, you can just take a minute to give me your intention or to let me know what's present for you today, and then we'll go straight into lying down and into the body. Mhm.
I love that how you went inward to like get the answer. That was so beautiful to see. So, yeah, so today for me, what's really present is I feel like so much tightness in my jaw and my neck. It's really restricting. And so I'd like to work on that and just kind of see what's going on there, like energetically and working with the body to release that tension.
All right. Yeah. Is this something you often have, or is it like new to today?
No, I've had it for a long time. So let's see, when I was in high school, I got into a bad car accident. And ever since then, I've really experienced a lot of tension in my neck back here,
Mhm.
especially like close to where like the skull meets the neck area there.
Right.
So yeah, so lots of tension in there. And then the jaw thing happened when I was breastfeeding my twins. And
Interesting.
yeah, and it hasn't let up.
All right. Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah. So like all through here and so okay,
Okay. Yeah.
lay down.
Let's have a look. Let's see what the body has to say about that. I'm looking at the time to not go
Oh,
above.
yes,
Perfect.
20 minutes each. Yes.
Yeah, let's try it. I'm not used to it. Let's try it. Great.
See me okay?
Yeah, it's perfect. Hmm. Just gonna take a minute to arrive in this position. And for anyone who is listening to us or watching us, I invite you to do the same, to just drop into your body for a second. If you're not driving, you can just stop what you're doing and close your eyes. And just feel the weight of your body. Yeah, and just give the weight. If you're lying down, give the weight to the mattress a bit more. Mm. And can you tell me, Samantha, already in those few seconds that you just landed in your body, if you're observing something, sensations or thoughts, or
Yeah, so I'm feeling a lot of energy here in my third eye, which is like a tingling. And I'm feeling pain in my left side of my jaw. And then in my neck, I feel it more in my jaw right now than in my neck. Like it just feels like um all of this pressure has been pushed up like past my neck and into my jaw.
hmm. So it's like a pressure coming from the back of your neck and coming to pressurize the jaw, right?
Yes.
All right. Let us just take a moment to let this pressure do its job. There is no resistance, even if it's painful and uncomfortable. We just want to see, what does it want to do with your jaw, this pressure coming from the back of the neck.
With
You
you
can
asking
even,
this question, I could feel myself getting a little nervous.
all right, all right. Where in the body and how in the body do you feel the nervosity?
The nervousness came from like my womb area and it started to travel up.
Interesting. Okay. Where is it now?
It went up to my the throat, and my throat was like
Mm,
very interesting.
yeah. Okay, take a moment to feel and observe again.
Uh,
Mm,
um, and then feeling like weighed down right here in my collarbone, like if someone were pushing me down, like holding me down right here on my collarbone.
wow. So we'll now allow this pressure to happen to see how much pressure does it want to be does it want to put on your collarbone? If you don't resist it at all, how far does that pressure want to go? And you can even imagine that this part of your body becomes very, very soft so that the pressure can come and fully do its job.
Yeah, it's not as like predominant now.
Are we back to the tension in the jaw, or what is now most at the
Yeah,
surface?
yeah. The jaw on the left is really taking my attention.
Amazing. Okay, so we get back to it. Is it still the same that it comes from the back of the neck and pressures the jaw?
No, no, since we started, I feel it more like focused on the lower jaw, like a thin strip, and then in my like cheekbone, like a little ball here. And they feel it's the same sensation, but they feel separate from each other. And it's really I can feel it like gently connected to the neck, but but I have to really look for that.
Mhm. So those are tensions.
Yes.
Okay. Tensions, how? Like from the outside of the body, on the body, like pushing on the body, or are they more like uh,
So the lower jaw, since I've been focusing on it, like the sensation has relaxed, but I feel a pressure from like right here, but on the other side, pushing up.
mhm, mhm. Perfect. Okay. We'll follow that movement. Yeah. Just look how far up it wants to go.
Hmm. The image that I get in my mind is like tulips, like it's like thin and then it spreads out like a leaning tulip. Mm.
Mm. Yeah, let us continue to observe that movement and that form. And what are you observing now?
I'm noticing that there's like um I think it's lessening because I'm feeling movement, like there's tension, but it's like like someone was playing, when you play the pianos and you push like you start from one key and you move across
Mm-hmm.
to the other ones. That's what it feels like. The energy is just like moving like this.
Amazing, amazing. Okay. Yeah. I just feel what it does to the whole body when the energy moves like this. Mm. Not only in the jaw.
I'm starting to notice more like movement on this side. I'm starting to feel sensations on like this side. They're not as intense, but I'm noticing them like it's coming from like here around here and then into the jaw.
Perfect. Hmm. So they're wanting to be seen as well. Are they tensions or what are they?
Mm. When you have like pressure in your sinuses and you push on it and it's like tender.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what it
Mm.
feels like on that side. Oh,
Mm. Observe if this has a movement, what you're feeling on that side, or if it's stagnant.
it's definitely a different sensation. Like this side of my face feels like white. And then this side, there's like a lot of warmth, like
Mm.
warmth and color.
Mm.
And the sensations are completely different. This side
So,
feels warm and this side feels cold.
mhm. Okay, yeah, for a moment, we just stay with this polarity fully. Observe where there's movement and where there isn't. Be with those two temperatures at the same time, so close from each other. Just allow those two temperatures to be there, allow them fully to be there. Mm. Not trying to make the cold warm or the warm cold.
Yeah, I was just, that's funny with my throat. I was just noticing that, and I never would have thought to recognize, like to bring the or allow them both together,
Yeah.
and just allowing them both. It was interesting because they like folded together and then folded over each other. It was like they connected and then like blend. It was really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always what happens when we allow it. It all becomes one
So
again.
cool.
Mm. So good.
So this side feels like I don't this side feels much better. I still feel some tightness here in the back, like where the jaw is. But I'm starting to notice these like muscles in my neck. I can feel the tension that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
they
All
don't
right.
soften. They like, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want them to soften. Let them really fully come with all their power, like they're coming at the surface and showing their power, their strengths. Yeah, let them do their job. Their job is to hold. Yes, give them as much space as they want to take. I know it can be uncomfortable. Just for a moment, you give them your body and they take all the space they want with all the power and the strengths they want. If they want to move, allow them to move. If they want to expand, allow
Yeah, they
them to.
were like the energy was moving like up over like this. I could really feel my third eye pulsating and then like around my whole face. It was really affecting my left eye as well.
Okay, we let them continue their job then. You just give them your body so they can work on it. You just stay curious of what they do with it without resistance.
really interesting. Like when it came over this eye, I didn't really have too much concern. And then when it came over this eye, this fear came up of like, um, what if I'm blind? Like, what if this blinds me? And it was just for a short minute. I was like, oh, just like that's okay, just allow it. And that was interesting to have that fear.
Right. Yeah, just allow the possibility that it could blind you. Have zero resistance. This tension can come and take what they want, destroy what they want. And just observe where they want to go and what they want to take. If they do.
The focus moved to the back of my neck
Mhm.
on both sides. And shooting down my middle of my back past my shoulder blades.
Tensions.
It's yeah, it's like a like a cable on both sides of my spine and just pulling.
In which direction is it pulling?
It's it's pulling down towards my tailbone.
Mhm. And we let it pull down. And I cannot believe that it's already been 20 minutes. Okay, we'll just take a minute. I don't think I can like go full cycle only in 20 minutes. So we'll just take a minute to observe how much has been shown to you already.
Yeah, really powerful. And like just now noticing the like wanting that as it's pulling down my back, like wanting to break free from that. And like so later I'm gonna sit with that and see what happens.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah,
interesting how it all like plays together and like it's separate and it comes together.
right. Yeah. Every time you fully allow and you don't try to, for example, you just say break free. Every time you don't try to break free, that you don't try to release the tension, you don't try to basically go against what's happening because it's uncomfortable. And because you know that actually the release mean like if you free your body, it's going to be gone. But every time you just accept that it's here and you let it be here, then you get back to unity. Then it can be one again with your body, it can move again and it's gone. Mm. How do you feel right now? Like the whole body.
I feel really good. Like there's a little bit of tightness in my jaw over here, but it's definitely let up and I just feel more comfortable in my body, like in my body and like in flow with it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Oh,
Should I come
well,
back into this
yeah,
story?
I mean, like very slowly because we went deep and it was also very short. And so, yeah, exactly. Like, take the time to have slow movements. I would, I would continue like for 1 more hour with you. This is gonna get boring for whoever is watching. Mm.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Wow. Thank you.
mm. Yeah. No, thank you for
How's my mascara?
you are good.
I brought my
Good.
little thing just in case.
Mm. It was too short to make you cry yet.
Yeah. Oh, but definitely impactful in 20 minutes.
Mm.
Oh, wow. Like as I sit up now, like it just is amazing how much I was carrying.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, mm. Thank you so
Mm.
much, Elise. That was so beautiful. Thank you for walking me through that and just like your guidance through that is really incredible. Um, and just like I never was feeling the duality in my face and having like just a like feeling of both at the same time. I never would have thought to do that. And that it was really powerful.
Mm. Yeah, I love it. Thank you.
Ah, okay, so it's my turn to coach you. Are you ready?
Mm. Yeah, I definitely. I'm inside of my body now, fully.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta switch hats.
Mm.
Okay. So what's going on with you today? How are you feeling and what would you like to work on? It's most present for you.
Mm. I like to work with my heart. It's something that yeah, it's a big thematic for me. And what my body is telling me right now is to tell you is so it's like my heart is like it's kind of been shut down and it's really, really heavy and it's really like having pulling me like this down and like really like this,
Yeah.
and all the rest of my body is like, especially my lower body is full of life, my legs, it all so there's always been this kind of, yeah, in a way also duality, but I feel like these my heart really needs my attention. And yeah, I would love to like give my attention to this part with you also, because I know you can bring another quality to your observation, and so I'd like to look into that. Mm.
Yeah, yeah. I'm that same way. Like, I know this work but it's different when sometimes you like need a coach, or you need someone else that understands it to walk you through it. And I love that. Like I'm a coach that believes in coaching, so I totally know what you mean by that.
Right, or another perspective, which is a
Yeah,
kaleidoscope.
absolutely. Okay, so with your heart, and so this isn't something new. This is something that you've been experiencing for a while.
Yeah, well, honestly, I think ever since I'm a child, I have this like posture like this, and I've been like forcing myself to like to stand, like forcing it to open, but really it doesn't want to open, and it's really like this, and I've not been able to like fully witness it because I can feel that it's in pain and it's in despair, and it's yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so just like tapping into that right now and like going into your heart and just noticing what does that sensation feel like?
Like something that is like dropping down, like something that's like melting and heavy and dropping down.
Oh, interesting. From like, do you feel it, would you say like actually in your heart, or is it higher up in your chest, or like where exactly are you feeling that like dripping down?
Yeah, you're right. It's more like my thymus gland,
Mhm.
like
Your higher
yeah,
heart. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And it does take the throat with it. So,
Interesting.
mm,
Okay. And just breathing into that sensation, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the strongest sensation you've ever felt. Like, where's that sensation on that spectrum?
are you breathing into it? What is more, the strongest sensation is in my throat. I
Okay.
would say it's a 8, and it's like a clothing my throat like this.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let's see where it came from. So just keep breathing into it, just allowing it to get bigger. Beautiful release. Just noticing it. Are you willing to see where this came from?
Yeah, definitely.
So asking that part of your body, that sensation, when is the first memory or experience you have of feeling this sensation?
Oh, I have like an intuitive 6-year-old response.
Okay. So you're 6, and what's stressful in that memory?
I'm not,
Just
I
allow
don't,
it to come to you.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I'm not seeing, and then something else came, but I don't know if it was, oh, that's a vulnerable one.
Mm.
I mean,
You don't have to say it out loud if it's personal. You can just say that you've got it.
I've got something where my father got really angry at me and my brother.
Okay. Okay. And in that moment, that 6-year-old self, like what did you need to say that like you didn't feel safe saying, or you were a child and to be like a good girl, and so you just like stayed quiet. What was it that you needed to say?
I'm having all sorts of connection in my mind right now, like of oh, and so
Yeah,
I know I have.
you don't have to relive it. Just like you're a witness to this, and just try to stick with this one thing, because sometimes there's different layers and we can work through those. Try to just stick with what you're feeling in this moment, and you can go on to those other ones. Sometimes they're all connected.
So really, I can't say anything. It's been a situation that completely shut me up and like shut me down. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's your response. That's like your fight, fight, or freeze. So the frame just before that, what do you want to say?
Just before that, well, I didn't see my dad come, and I didn't see the anger come, and I was just exploring, and I was like very open and exploring, and suddenly that came. So I don't know. I'm not accessing what I would like to say.
Yeah, so okay, so you're the 6-year-old and you're exploring, and like you're just being yourself and enjoying it, and all of the sudden you're like ripped out of that experience, and you're just like taken by this explosion of anger by your father. So in this moment, what is stressful about that?
My whole system collapsed and closed.
Mhm. And so what did you need to say? Yeah.
I needed to yell, just yell, like again, there's no word, but just like to release the stress, to release that clothing that happened.
Beautiful. Mm, let's see. If you, do you feel like if you, I've never worked with that with like a sound or a sensation and like clearing that through. We can try that here and see if that clears it the same way for you. So just taking 3 very slow breaths and allowing yourself, like hearing that 6-year-old you like making that sound. If you could picture that, imagine that, and do that 3 times inside your head. Does that make sense? Okay. And just breathing really slowly into that. And I'm going to speak a prayer over you. Hey, how was that sensation feeling? You said
Like
that you were really
reopen.
feeling it in your throat, and there was like, oh, yeah,
Yeah, like reopening the throat, and I could feel how like the vagina was opening at the same time, like it was like connected.
interesting. Yeah. The sensation was at an 8. What would you say it's at now? I love all the releasing you're doing. Yawning
Ah,
is definitely a release of energy.
so much. That sensation from before. Mm, maybe it's a 1, but I'm not even sure it's here.
Okay. And originally you were talking about like your heart and just going into like this cocoon, like you could really feel this like wall and like wanting to hide away. How is that feeling when you think like that?
That's still there.
That's still there? Okay. Do you want to go into that and see what else is there?
If we have the time.
Yeah, we have time.
All right. Yeah. It's like something that is kind of buried itself between walls. It's like I can see the little me in there, like, in the box inside of it, and it's like all is gray and beton and yeah, and hard and sad.
Yeah. So just allowing that to be there. There's a lot of there's a lot of sensations going on, a lot of feelings in this one area. Does it feel like it's all like one sensation connected, or is it like individual and you can really like recognize that one sensation, one thing going on there is more predominant? What do you notice?
Oh, sorry. One thing, yeah, when mm, something that's just shut down, that closed off the outside world, and it's just sad.
Mm. And then that sadness, that being closed off, like what does that feel like though?
Well, like it's pulling me to the ground.
It's a pulling sensation. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you describe that, like that pulling sensation, is that sensation, is that what feels the strongest, or still like the sadness feels stronger?
The pulling is stronger.
The pulling, okay. And on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you say it's at?
So interesting. You're asking me this question like it, again, like 1 second before it started getting back to the throat, and it's like it's pulling the throat. So I don't know if it's actually like, but I'm back at 8 in the throat.
Back at, okay. Okay. Yeah, you were saying that there were some other things coming up when you were in that space. And so go ahead and connect with the strongest sensation there. And are you willing to see where this came from?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the first memory or experience you have of feeling this sensation? Just allow it to come to you.
I seem to be back at the same place as before.
Mm. Yeah. So you were yelling, but if you were to put words, if you were to give words to that, because I feel like even the screaming, like that's a fight, flight, or freeze too, right? Like what what did you need to say? Did you need to say something to your dad, or did you need to say something to yourself, to God?
It's a really good question. Like I feel like this space is in such a shutdown that like it's so hard to access, but that's also probably why it's like this in my throat. It's like the clothing is stronger than accessing what needs to be said.
Yeah.
But let me try it. I'll try it.
Mhm. You're doing amazing. Like it's really interesting when you get into this space, and that was such like a strong memory for you at that age, and it like shut you down, and here you are like still feeling shut down. And that's what happens to, just like better than anyone what happens with the nervous system. And so um I think that just allowing yourself just to, we want to be good, and we're taught all of these things. Just put all of that aside. If she was really honest.
There's something like vulnerable. There is like a small voice. It's definitely not talking to my dad, maybe more to God, as you were saying. And it's like, what's wrong with this? Like, is this really wrong to want to
Yeah, like,
know?
what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Or I don't understand.
It was connected to like curiosity around sexuality, and suddenly this massive shutdown was very brutal. And um, yeah, was it really wrong? Was it really wrong to want to know more?
Yeah.
Mm.
When you say those things, like, do you feel like an emotional connection to those words? Okay,
Right, yeah.
which phrase like really felt emotional to you?
Like, yeah, was it really wrong? I wanted to know. I just wanted to know.
Yeah. You can use both of those. Is this really wrong? I just wanted to know.
And I can feel how like something really soft and vulnerable and gentle is like moving through my heart and up to my throat.
Mhm. Okay, I'm going to have you repeat that phrase to yourself, and breathing like the slowest breaths you've ever taken in your life. Just so slow, like 30 seconds each, and saying that, repeating that phrase to you. And I'm going to speak this prayer over you. Infinite Creator, all that you are for me, for all of my family members, all of our relationships, and all of our ancestors, and all of their relationships through thought, through all time, and through all of our lives. For all hurts and wrongs, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual, and financial, through thought, word, or deed. Please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us completely and totally. Please and thank you. For all suicide, incest, murder, rape, abortion, and infidelity, through thought, word, or deed. Please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and all people forgive us completely and totally. Please and thank you. For all times we abandoned, were abandoned, withheld love or had love withheld, weren't nurtured, loved, or supported, and times we didn't nurture, love, or support others. Infinite Creator, please help us all forgive, be forgiven, and all forgive ourselves completely and totally. Please and thank you. Please, Infinite Creator, for the highest good, lift out all weight, pain, burden, sin, death, debt, negativity, and limitations of all kind. Transform it into your love and let your love flow back into us, filling and giving us all complete peace now and forever. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. Please help us love and bless each other, love and bless ourselves, be at peace with each other and at peace with ourselves now and forever. Please and thank you. How are you feeling?
Really good.
How is the throat feeling on a scale from 1 to 10?
It's different. It's more like a sore opening. It's not, it's the opposite actually. It's not clothing, it's a sore opening, and it's like maybe 4.
Interesting. You really feel like allowing yourself to feel it now, because before it was like you felt it, you went through the exercise and then it really dissipated. But I feel like now you're allowing yourself to feel it, like another layer of it.
Right.
And then what about your heart and like that sadness and like pulling inward?
Yeah, it's not there anymore. It's like I connected to before just shutting down, and I'm still connected to with the, it's like there was something like there was like a really pure curiosity that really felt like life moving through my heart up like this. And so this is more what I'm feeling, and it all allows to open again.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah. It's very interesting because see, I thought the throat is responding to the heart. Well, in a way it is, but it was interesting because we went about talking, so like about expressing something with the throat, and that impacted or that allows the heart to open again. And I thought I would need to work with the heart, and then the throat will open. Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. That was amazing to watch you walk through that. And when you later just kind of go back to that memory and notice how you feel about it, if there's still like a charge to it, or if you feel more neutral. And if you still feel a charge, then there's some more work to do there.
Right. I do feel like it's not, I didn't go, like, I didn't do the full process, and I will get back to it. Yeah. But it was already, like, a lot has been highlighted already. So,
Good. Good.
thank you, Samantha.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for allowing me to hold this space for you. It was so beautiful.
It's always really interesting for me when you speak your prayers, because I don't really listen to the words, but it always, like, it does something energetically. And it's always the moments where I can go a lot deeper. Like I remember in our last sessions, you did it once or twice, I don't remember. But it was also like the wow moments, and now it was the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This prayer is so powerful. Sometimes depending on what it is, like I'll just like intuitively like say a prayer and it just comes through me and I just say it, you know, like in my head to you. And then sometimes when it's really powerful, I go through this whole prayer and it's John Newton's prayer. So he's like on health beyond belief. And that's where like this practice of going in and the way that like you clear things, it's like his modality.
So interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. And for those of you that watched this Coaching Kaleidoscope, we're so thankful for you. And we hope that you got a lot out of it and that it was transformational for you. And yeah, and if you want to work with Elise, her contact information is going to be in the description. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.